Want to go be a passport, bro? And I'm like, bro, you're fat, you're broke, you don't deserve a traditional.
Everybody has a right to choose who to marry.
It's not about all that other stuff. It's about destiny. Welcome back to More to Life. I got another one for you today, but before we get into it, I ask that you please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to click the notification bell to ensure that you get my videos as soon as I release them. I'm not going to hold you up. Let's get right into it.
I deserve to have a traditional wife. They want to go be a passport, bro. And I'm like, bro, you're fat, you're broke, you don't deserve a traditional wife. You need to level up.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
The same way they want a traditional girl.
Oh, so she said you're fat, you're broke, you don't deserve a traditional wife. You need to level up. Mistake number one. Why would you even think that, right? You're fat, you're broke. What does fat have to do with anything? What does even broke have to do with anything? Back in the day, it's not too long ago, right? People didn't have much money, but they had a traditional wife. In other countries, people don't have much money, but they have a traditional wife. Only an Americanized, the Americanized woman would feel that way. Let's continue. Let her finish.
The girl, she's going to be way more traditional back in my country. So trust me, she's not marrying you for love. She's marrying you for your green card. So
marrying you for your green card. So whatever country she's from, right? She obviously doesn't have the same values. Now, women that are traditional are not just solely thinking about a green card. I know it's like this because I had a guy I interviewed recently who said, the parents said, can you stay in the Philippines? I know you're not from the Philippines, but I'm sure there's women like that there too, right? They don't just want a green card. You want to put that on them and say they want a green card. You have no idea what they want. But let her finish.
Are you against passport bros or?
I understand the fundamentals of it for those who have done everything in life to make sure they are a man. But if you're not a man, I don't think you deserve that, honestly.
And women like you is the reason why they're getting it. Because y'all do sound language. Shaming, insulting, guilt, and need to be right.
So if you're not a man, you don't deserve it. So what are these young kids to do? Right? What are they to do? Stay around and pick through what's left? When you have these young women saying, I don't want a relationship. It's for the birds. That's what they're saying. Relationships are for the birds, right? And it's not only black women, it's white women saying that too, right? Pretty much women of all nationalities are saying that back home. I'm not saying that every single woman, you have to say this every video. I'm not saying every single woman is like that. But when the majority's like that, guy has to go. Let's let her finish.
If you don't have your life together, what makes you think you know how to appreciate a traditional wife? If some other guy who's living here who's never had an idea of what a male figure is in his life, he's going based off of whatever little content he picks from the internet. He's saying, well, I want a traditional wife. But therefore, he doesn't even have like a credit score. He doesn't even have like his life in check. He's still driving the hoopty from high school. But you want a traditional girl. Like what happens when you bring that girl over here?
Now, see, she's just talking and rambling, right? What happens when you bring that girl over here? I suggest to most guys, don't bring her there until you know for sure you can bring her there. Because a lot of situations, guys are bringing them and they want to leave. That does happen. Rambling and assuming and saying she's not against passport bros, you're still against men having sanity, right? You want men to be insane, to keep staying in the rat race and not working on producing themselves. I suggest for men to establish themselves. That's the only way they can be a passport bro. You're right about that, right? But should those men not turn around and look and try to find a way out? I think they should. So women like this are pretty much irrelevant in her arguments because you're just against men.
You're gonna basically make her a Western woman, and she's gonna realize like this guy really doesn't have together. Now she's gonna cheat on you.
You assume too much.
Yeah, guys, that's what it is. Is she right somewhat? Yes. If you go outside of the country and you pick the wrong one, it happens. It happens. And guys, I feel like a broken record but broken records are good, right? Broken records are good because you ever notice like when someone's older, and this is what I believe, when you hear something over and over and over again drilled into you, you start going, wait a minute, I need to make that change. That's what happens. That's why you guys watch content like this, right? Some of you guys may be on the fence, and I have guys that say, "Oh, Jay, well, you talked about that." Yeah, but what about that next guy that's seen the content? So always needs to be positioned in somewhat of a different way, and I will continue to work on doing that to the best of my ability. But guys, we have another one here. Let me see what this girl has to say.
I deserve to have a traditional wife. They want to go be a passport bro. And I'm like, bro, you're fat, you're broke, you don't deserve it.
No, let's unpack that, because if you're from Alberta and you're asking about traditional lifestyle, traditional wife, you have no excuses to be going overseas. The Mennonite girlies, right there. Hutterites, right there. The Mormons, right freaking there. Maybe if you're living in like New York or like a really big city where that kind of stuff is just not common, makes sense, but like, you're from Alberta and you're talking about being a passport bro, be for real. If you're from Utah, same thing goes for you.
So, because guys are from Utah or guys are from Alberta, Canada, I do know, well, Utah is still a state, right? Alberta, Canada may be better, but is it the best? No. You have guys from Canada that are becoming passport bros all the time, right? So, same thing as the other woman, right? She's reacting to the other woman with the same mind frame as the other woman. So guys are supposed to stay around that. And the other woman seems like she's foreign, but not really foreign because she's been westernized. Let me continue.
Everybody has a right to love whom they want, whom they relate to. Everybody has a right to choose who to marry. It's not even about money. It's not even about literacy, nationality, or ethnicity. It's not about territory. But it's just about destiny.
I want something feminine and delicate.
Ooh. Did you hear what she said? It's not about all that other stuff. It's about destiny. Guys are looking for their destiny, right? A lot of guys are broken, feeling like this is my destiny to be depressed. As the first woman said, right? Imagine a guy that's fat and out of shape, right? And he can't get girls. Is his destiny just to stay in the States broke? I mean, think about that. So that's what she's saying. The first girl, she's saying that guy's destiny that's fat and can't get women and doesn't make much money should just stay in his room and, because he's broke and doesn't have his life together. Or that young kid that is trying and can't find anything, or he's not man enough yet. This is what guys are running away from. This is what guys are running away from. And that's why it needs to be continuously posted over and over and over again, because look, you get it from all angles. Even the foreign women in the States are not so foreign anymore. And I'm not saying all of them. So don't go ahead and quote me and say, oh, no, Jay, you're saying all. No, I'm not saying that. You still can find good ones that are foreign there. But the way she's speaking, man, tainted. She's about 10 years U.S., grew up in the U.S., 10 years far removed from being feminine. She still has a chance. And I remember that girl too, right? That's the same girl that speaks on women being for the streets and stuff like that, right? She speaks on dating, but then she's trying to bash passport bros. How could you stand up for men and then bash a group of men that are leaving and not really understand what you're saying? Because then all of that talk you're doing about guys, women being wrong for guys, then you're telling guys not to leave because they're out of. Now, the best thing for a guy to do is find a way to establish himself and leave, is find a way to maybe secure an income online, because he needs to, because that's the only way he'll get his life together. You know, before I left, I had my life together somewhat. But when I did leave, I'm starting to get my life more together, more and more and more as the days go by, right? That's why I come to places like this where I am now, right? To not be in a home all day, not be in a house, to be separate from the television, disconnect, and engage in what I'm doing now. You know, be able to execute and more content for you guys. Also, like right after this, have to check emails to respond back to you guys that may need help, that want to get free. You know, so also, guys, I say for all you guys that want to get free, be sure to check me out. You can see my Buy Me a Coffee. I'll post it in the description, where I have packages to teaching guys how to work online, teaching guys sales, even teaching guys how to start their own agency. You know, because a lot of guys need that. A lot of guys say, wait a minute, okay, I see this passport bro thing, but what do I do now? How do I leave? How do I escape? And you hear that big Andrew Tate talk about escaping the matrix.
Sure advice for a guy living in the West that wants to have a family. He's early 30s right now.
Sure, I'll tell you what to do. Get a little bit of money, get on a plane, fly to South America, find a girlfriend, have a child, fly back to America. Wants to move to America, say no. Work, go visit, be a family man when you can be a family man. Do not face the fear of divorce rate. Live your good life and be fine without worrying about losing the house, getting destroyed financially, and paying all your money away in child support. You can go to parts in Northern Africa, you can go to Asia, go over there and have your family and protect yourself. That's what you should do, because anything else is going to end up with you financially decimated or desperate in a sexless marriage. That's the unfortunate reality of the Western world.
He understood it. He did it. I did it too. Now, more guys need to understand. So I definitely want to help. But guys, I don't know what's going on with women being flip-floppy and for men, but not really for men. But then bashing passport guys that want to be passport bros. But one thing I do know, there's definitely more to life than women like that.